So, Mickey, here we are, Kevin Cooey playing Bruce Mount at the 2019 Worlds. And we're getting into the tail end of the game here. It's the eighth end. Cooey's yellow, Bruce Mount is red, and Kevin's lying two. And probably thinking about certainly the force, even thinking about a steal if he can. And I guess it all comes down to where to put the rock.
Yeah, he's got to be mostly careful not to give up two here. Like you start this end, you're going, I just want to force them here. That I'm up one with playing nine. I like my chances.
So to not give up two, then that's probably what's at the forefront of his mind. Option number one is just blast red and get it out of there, and you're going to hold him to one.
Yeah, it's a bit risky, but for sure someone who hits like Cooey, he could play the in turn, hit that too thin, and it goes out pretty easy. He even probably play three quarters high with the out turn, and it would skid across the tee line and get out that way. Both of those though are a little bit higher risk. You could, if you mishit it and leave it hanging around somewhere, let's say you just get rid of the red two and the yellow three, that yellow 1-2 double is there, or you might just leave an open hit. Or if you play it with the in turn and rattle that red two out of there, it's going to probably clip the yellow three, and your shooter might then clip yellow two and spin out. Now you've brought the blank back into play. A force for you is much better here than a blank.
At the club level, we can certainly understand why you wouldn't choose that option because nosing it is a is a serious option. But at Cooey's level, I mean, he's going to make that 9 times out of 10 at least to peel it out of there. But he might bring the blank into play. So that's
his first shot. If he's not going to blast the red two, then he has to somehow guard that path, that easy yellow 2-3 double.
okay. So, Mickey, first option, we'll work on these in ascending order, is stick another yellow right in that little zone there. What do you think?
If you make it exactly like that, I love it. You steal. But if you're 6 inches heavy or 6 inches light, or over curls a little bit, you're giving him a nose hit triple, a very makeable triple. So that gives him two again. So and we don't want to give him two. So if that's perfect, yeah, great. But it's just really close to perfect. It is a gimme deuce. So I don't think you can play that.
Right. Okay. One of the players calls for something just a little bit farther up into the forefoot, into this area. What do you think?
Well, the problem is it's the same shot. It's still a hitter of Mawis ability. It's the same shot. It's still essentially a nose hit triple. I mean, it's not an easy one, but if you run it back thin into the two, it goes off the back of the three and out the back, and you're giving up two again. So it's better than missing the freeze and making it super easy, but it's still a
Pretty good.
potential shot for a world class player. So I don't like it.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's go a little bit further north. Something into this area. I guess what we want to do is we want to take away that easy double for Mowat. So we want to shade the center line onto the left hand side and take away that double. How about something in that
Yeah,
area?
yeah. That's why you have to be somewhere in this path, because that Y2-3 double is just too easy. Even though the two looks a little deeper than the three, your shooter starts up high enough that that's a really easy double. So especially for someone like Mowat. So this, where you put that one there, is kind of the same thing. It's just a little bit harder because it's a little bit longer. If that rock was to say be a little bit more to the center line side, but in that same path, either you might open up the straight double, or you might let him play the run back into that 2-3. And if it's a little high, he might catch against the Y1 or something. So it's fine there, but a foot shorter or 2 feet shorter is, I think, better, because then the shooter, right now, if he makes this, if he hits that rock right where you've drawn it, and it just skims by the red and rattles through the yellow 2-3 and out the back, the shooter still beats the Y1, so it's still a deuce.
The one that they play and the one that you like, I suspect, is just something up in this area. Taking away that easy double, excuse me, taking away that easy double, and keeping the shooter not outscoring yellow one.
Yeah, that's why this is the right depth for this shot. Even if you happen to put this, and he makes some sort of an incredible runs that one back, just misses the R2, squeezes out the yellow 2-3 and skims out the back somehow. Now your shooter is only full 12. It's not as good as the yellow one on the side. So still only for one. But by putting it in the perfect spot, it kind of makes it challenging for him to score. He has to either draw the button or come around and tap or whatever. So your shooter's kind of in the way of him scoring. Like, you can put it in the same place, like 3 feet short of the rings, you're guarding the double, but the score of one is that much easier. So the tighter you can make it without leaving him a triple is the perfect depth.
Okay.
Timeout's been called, so each team given 1 60-second timeout plus the time it takes for the alternate or coach to make it to the ice.
What? You just gotta go here.
Right here is where you gotta go.
He doesn't have much with the 5.
No.
Right?
We're here. It's kind of a line shot, guys.
Well, he's blasting through. He can get this through and through for sure.
I think here is probably the best.
I don't think you want to be that tight, Beej. I think you want to be here.
I think
if he does make it, Beej, we count this one.
I think he just throws smoke through the middle here.
Like,
but yeah, but Kevin, if we're here, that's
no. I agree. That's probably the shot.
You want to show him half of this side?
Yeah, I'm into that.
Oh.
I think Ben's right. I think that's the best spot.
But never over curl. Right? Like, even here is hard. It's real hard for him to get under and push that.
Yeah.
Right.
Just biting the line. Yeah, you're thinking out turn, top.
Yeah, I see what you're saying here. Bite. Then he's playing this again.
Yeah.
That's hard to get it through. Bite the center line. Full 12. Bite the 8. So final stone right now. Canada in a great spot here. They're sitting the shot rock.
Clean.
Guard. Get it to the top of the 8-foot.
No blast, never you.
Get it just to the top, and they'll come up a little shy.
No, I think you're right in the nose of that.
I think this only needs to move to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, drawn for one gives you a chance.
To make it or not.
Have to score, guys, so that's absolutely.
Have to score.
Oh, we know that. Yeah, I know, so.
One steal.
I think that's it.
Still gives us a chance.
Yeah, 1-4, she's got set up for 3 at the last.
I'm not convinced there either.
Take the one.
Is back 8.
Good call.
Final stone here in it. Canada sitting 1 for sure, maybe even 2 here. Now Lammy will clean it in.
Good wrist. Nice throw.
And very nice throw indeed for the single. So Canada does what they had to do.
At the end of the game here, now that you're down into the last 3 or 4 ends, it's really important to understand the scoreboard and what the likelihoods of winning a game when you get in a certain situation. So now he knows now that after this end, there's only 2 left. He's going to have hammer in the next end. He's got a 1-point lead. He only has to play 2 decent ends here or make a couple of good shots for this last row. He's the point where now he just has to close it out. He can't let this control slip away. So he doesn't have to gamble and score a bunch of points. He just has to play a good control end, execute basic shots to win the game. So it's a matter of closing out the game.